What's up? What's up, Facebook family? How are y'all doing? I'm actually doing a late live stream today. I was on a accountability call. It was actually only supposed to be like 15 minutes, right? We were about to, say what I accomplished for the day, say what I was gonna accomplish for tomorrow, and it just so happened I started getting into the story of everything that happened throughout the year last year, and like I started realizing something, I started realizing that there's a lot that I learned, a lot that I experienced that I could share with others to help them through what they're experiencing right now. All right. And I know there was a lot of obstacles that were thrown in my direction last year, a lot of challenges. And so there was actually a special way that I dealt with all of these challenges that it's funny because those challenges actually became extreme launching pads for me, where I actually took those challenges, learned from them, and created something from them. And it's something that everyone can do. You just have to think differently. What's up, Justin Dreyer? How you doing? What's up, Stefan Anderson? I don't think I've ever seen you on my live before. How are you doing, sir? So, Justin, yes, you agree with the using your obstacles as a launching pad? Yes, it can be done. But the only way, well, first, before I get into this, I want to just mention for the replayers, hashtag replay. You already know why, so that I know that you know that I know you're awesome. You're freaking amazing. You balling, Justin? What? Balling? All right, cool. So go ahead, give me some hearts if you're watching this. I see Justin is watching this because he is talking to me. So if you are watching this, go ahead and comment below. Tell me how your day is. Another thing is when I do these live streams, I tend to I tend to give more information and have more energy when people are talking back to me. So comment, tell me what you think, all that good stuff. It's awesome. But yeah, I really wanted to get into how to use your obstacles as a launching pad, because there's a lot of people going through a lot of obstacles right now, and once you realize this one thing, it can totally change everything, and you can actually rise up above those obstacles so that they never ever can touch you again. You never have to experience that ever again, but you have to look at it a specific way, okay? Because everything is perspective, and everything is belief, and your perspective and your belief can help you to make changes in your life that will change your frequency, which will then change what you attract into your life, because one way or another, you're attracting these challenges into your life. And you just might not realize how. So I'm going to show you right now how to figure out how you're attracting these challenges into your life and how to use them as a springboard to just rise above them so that they never can touch you again. All right? Y'all ready? If you're ready, I want you to comment number 4 in the chat. All right, comment number 4 in the chat if you're ready. And then I'm going to get into this because after this, I'm actually going to go and grab some food because I'm hungry. Oh snap. The classical music I'm listening to, they just doing a classical rendition of some Michael Jackson. What? I don't know if y'all can hear that. But anyway, all right, Justin Dreyer is ready to hear this. All right, so this is how when you have obstacles coming your way, you have challenges. All right, number one thing that you should never do is be a victim. All right, it's never, oh, why did they do that to me? Why did they? No. All right, because we attract everything into our life, even if you don't realize it. Okay, so now you do realize it. You realize you're attracting everything into your life. There is something about you that attracted that into your life. Okay, so own that. Now, sometimes when when I say there's something that about you that attracted that into your life, it doesn't mean that it's always something bad about you. Okay? It's not always a negative thing. There are actually certain times where you could be so down and your vibration can be so low that you raising your vibration could actually attract people who they might be self-serving themselves. They just might have a higher vibration than you, and you actually bring yourself into their vibes, and now they are attracted to you. But if you continue to raise your vibes, you will not attract them anymore. All right. So it's not always a bad thing that you are attracting some challenges into your life. All right. Just remember that, because a lot of times people will be like, oh, you're attracting into your life, you're doing something bad. No, sometimes you're actually doing good. And that's why you're attracting into your life. All right. Because again, number one rule of success is you're going to have haters. So if that's the number one rule of success, that means in order to gain the success you want, the very beginning of it is attracting some things you might not like negative people and challenges. All right. So understand that. But also, there might be something about you that you need to change. So how do you gauge the two? How do you know whether it's because you're doing something great in your life that this is coming in and you should just keep on doing that great thing, or that there is something that you need to change? All right. Number one, first, don't be a victim, because victimhood, you won't even ask these questions, right? Second, ask yourself, what could I possibly be doing to attract this into my life? All right. Like, okay, here's an example. This is actually something that I had to learn. Okay. A lot of times people who are very giving will tend to attract, and they always have a complaining about users. People always using them, right? Well, guess what? What's up, Manaya? How you doing, man? So if someone is always using you, stop saying, oh my God, I'm getting used, and start saying, what am I doing that is attracting users to me? Okay? If you are always giving, and you have no boundaries whatsoever, and you just keep on giving and you're martyring yourself, then you are attracting people who are users, because users only attract to people who they can take from. And if you're constantly giving, then you're attracting users. Get some boundaries. I had to learn that. That was actually a hard lesson for me. I had to learn that because I just want to give to people. I just want to. And I don't think that's a negative attribute, but it is if you're martyring yourself. So don't do that. Get some boundaries. All right. Equal exchange of energy. All right. So if you're constantly being used, do you have boundaries? Ask yourself that. Do I have some boundaries? Look at the last time you got used and see, did you have any boundaries? What boundaries would have helped you not get used? Start doing those boundaries. All right. Just reverse engineer it. All right. Now, let's say you look back and you say, you know what? There was nothing that I did. I had boundaries. I had this, I had that. It was just a challenge that popped up because someone just don't like me. And well, guess what? That might be something where your vibes were so low that now you've raised it into an area where they still might be kind of low. All right. But you raise into an area where someone who is not a service to others individual, but they're a service to self individual, now sees you and they attract to you, and now they're bringing the hate. But if you continue doing what you're doing and you learn from that service to self person, because you can learn from every challenge, okay? A lot of times when you raise your vibes that they've been so low and you raise them up, the people who now come to use you have more knowledge than you have in that particular arena. And you can actually learn from them and be like, oh, that's how you do that. But don't be an a-hole with it. Don't be service to self. Learn what they're doing and actually use it to love other people. And boom, you will shoot up above them and they can't touch you no more. All right. So learn from those obstacles. Why are they hating on you? One example I'll give you, because from social media marketing, you can put out a really great ad, right? It's a really great ad that's actually helping people. Your product is helping people. Your offer, you getting all these folks that are just having a great time. You're getting testimonials, all that good stuff. And on your ad, some random person comes and says that you are a scam and you don't know nothing, and they haven't checked nothing out about you. They don't care about you, and they are just running your name in the mud on your ad just because. All right. So now you need to think about it. You're like, you know what? Everything they're saying is not true. In fact, they haven't even checked my program out. I didn't see him in there. Did you see him in there? I didn't see him in there. So they don't know what they're talking about. So why are they doing that? Figure out why they're doing it. You know what? I figured out why they're doing it. I figured out that there's actually people who see a successful person and they see the traffic going to that person and they're trying to divert that traffic to themselves. So the way that they do it is by degrading you in front of people and trying to make themselves look better so that traffic comes to them. So when I figured that out, I said, oh, okay, this is an opportunity for me to show that I know what I'm talking about. Instead of getting mad at that person and saying, you don't know what you're talking about, you're an a-hole, get off of my post, or even deleting the post. Do you want to know how you use hate on a post to springboard past them? Respond with love and facts. Somebody tells me I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? I'm going to say, what issues do you have with what I'm talking about? First of all, I got to figure out if they even reasonable. All right? If they really have an issue with what I'm saying, because see, some people aren't trolling. Some people have an issue because they have a past experience and they just seeing it through their perspective, their view of their past experience, which they haven't experienced you yet. They don't know who you are, but they're going off their past experience. So they're just going to hate on you just cause. Figure out which one it is. So I'm going to ask them a question. What about what I'm saying is that you don't like? Sir, ma'am? And if they come back with something reasonable, guess what? Because I actually have experience, I'm going to respond and answer their question with facts in a loving way that shows them I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to be an a-hole about it. And guess what happens? Number one, a lot of times that person now stops hating and they actually check my offer out because I wasn't an a-hole to them, but also all the hundreds of other people who are just watching because they're like, oh my God, they hating. I wonder what she gonna say. Now they're like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. And they check out my offer too. Now I springboarded past the hate. But if I was an a-hole and just went, you don't know what you're talking about, I got this and I got that and da-da-da-da and skipped the facts. Now I'm staying in their frequency and I'm attracting more hate. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be a victim. Be an Olympian. Jump past that. Jump above it with love. Love is the only way to do it. Love and facts. Make, yes, Justin Dreyer, bars. Make them haters articulate. All right? It's an opportunity. Every challenge is an opportunity. Springboard past it. If you're going through a situation, you don't have no money at all, guess what? There's actually ways for you to springboard past that. I actually had a situation where I was stranded somewhere. Someone had taken my vehicle and left me in a city. And you know what I did? I didn't say, oh my God, I'm stranded. Why would they do this to me? You know what I said? I need to figure this thing out. You know what? I'm stranded. They took my vehicle. What would make this worse? What would make it worse is if they had my vehicle and they got in a wreck, it would still be in my name, and then the cop was looking for me. So you know what I did? I sent them the title. I know, the complete opposite of what most people would do, right? I sent them the title. Now at least I know the police can't be coming after me for something that I didn't do, right? And you know what else happened? Because I was in that situation, I learned some stuff. I learned that you don't even need money in this world when you have skills. Because my friends that I now attracted, because I did it in a loving way, and they were loving people too, I attracted people who showed me how to use my skills to barter. So that local businesses would just give me stuff, give me food, give me everything that I needed. Money was not an issue anymore. I springboarded past the obstacle. I learned something that I will never forget now. Something that gave me way more strength. Something that shows me that I don't need what the Matrix is trying to hold me down with. Right? But if I was a victim, I would have kept attracting the negativity. But because I wasn't a victim, and I said, you know what? You're going to take it. Here's the title too. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that, and because the people were watching me to see what type of person I was, and they saw, oh, she's not that type of person. She's a good person. I'm going to show her this. And now I learned something that gives me way more power and also raise my vibrations. Now the thing that was the challenge is no longer a challenge. It can never be a challenge for me anymore. You see, you can springboard past obstacles by not being a victim, by doing the opposite of what most people will tell you to do. Because most people will tell you to argue and fight and tell them and cuss them out and tell them they need to bring you your vehicle and they need to do, because I had people telling me they need to do this and do that, and you need to put out a police report. And guess what? All that would do was keep attracting the negativity to me. I don't want that energy. So the best way to not attract the energy is to get rid of the energy. Here's the title. No more ties to that energy. Springboard past the frequency that is giving you the challenge, and you will not have that challenge anymore. If this is making sense to you, if you're understanding, put 7 in the chat right now. 7 in the chat right now. If you understand what I'm saying, don't be a victim. See the opportunity in it and use it, and you will never, ever have that challenge again. This is really important. Because as you start to raise your vibrations, your challenges are just going to keep coming faster, 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 faster. And you got to understand that these are not challenges. These are lessons. This is college. This is how you learn who you are. This is how you learn how strong you are. This is how you learn that that matrix, that world out there that they said you have to depend on is fake. By seeing what most people would consider a challenge as education and learning from it and springboarding past it so that it never affects you again. So that was something that it just like came to me as I was doing that accountability call. And I was like, you know what? I needed to go ahead and do a live on this right now. And I'm doing it. So I want to thank y'all for actually joining this live. It's actually a little late for me. For me, it's like 9:30 at night right now. But I appreciate you joining it. Gratitude. And I want to see y'all using your obstacles and your challenges as launching pads and launching way above them so that they can never ever touch you again. You can do that from the very first time. I remember when I was going through some specific things, because I was constantly focused on it being education, it wasn't till months down the line that I realized what actually happened. And I was like, oh man, that was some shadiness that they was doing, wasn't it? But to me, I was like, oh, whatever, I'm learning. And I sprung further past it. And once I was past it, that's when I realized they was being shady. And I'm like, oh, well, it don't really matter. Love and light, whatever, you know? So anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Y'all have an amazing night. But use every opportunity to be better. Use every opportunity to master yourself, because that's what this education in life is. It's about mastering yourself. And once you realize that you actually attract everything into your life, and I know you've heard this before, but I'm trying to break it down to you so that you understand how real it is. Once you understand how real that is, and you realize that if there is something that you need to learn, that once you learn it, that you never have to deal with that again, because you'll never be at that frequency and you'll never attract it again. That's real power. And then you can springboard past all types of challenges that most people are stuck in. So with that, I will bid you a good night. Talk to y'all later.